Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's I'm going to be reviewing the new Jeep Compass. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Doug Smith Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this Compass. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 24 around town and then 32 on the highway, with power outputs being 200 horsepower and then 221 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So when it comes to the front end design, basically looks like a mini Grand Cherokee. It's really cool. You can see the little kind of like divots on the other side of the hood, and look at the headlight design here. We also have fog lights down below, but you've got the same grille that you've got on the Grand Cherokee, so it looks like a mini GC. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225 by 55 by 18 in the front and over in the rear, and you can see here with the wheels completely blacked out, really cool with the overall style. And then like the big chunky fender flares, you can see the rest of the bodywork there, Compass logo. And then taking a few steps back, here's the side profile. And this leads us to the key fob. We've got a lock and unlock function. We got the Jeep logo there on the back, pretty straightforward. And popping into the rear with the hatch, pretty easy to open. We've got quite a bit of space here in the back of the Compass, so practicality, I think that's top notch here in the back. And when you're all done, they give you this nice handle to just plop. Got the Jeep logo there, and then look at the taillight design. I think that's pretty cool as well. A little 4x4 badge there on the side. And that's the rest of the rear. Now take a look at the door panel on the back. You can see with the stitching that goes across and then the soft touch down below. And then look at this with a handle. That's nice. And then here are the seats. Nice trim all down the center portion. Quickly pop in. Legroom back here, it's good. Got a little storage pocket. Got the vents here in the rear. You can see little charging ports and all of that. And then headroom back here is actually surprisingly good. Now take a look at the front door panel. You can see it, the soft touch and then the soft touch trim down below. All of our window controls, front to rear automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And here's the front seat. Again with all that cloth trim. It is manually adjustable. It's crazy how much soft touch they have in a car like this at this price point. And now take a look at the steering wheel. You guys can see you've got soft touch all around. You've got radio controls in the back, practical controls in the front, including your cruise control, controls for the center, and then you can see the traditional stock setup in the back. And then the gauge cluster is partially analog, partially digital, so you've got a little screen there in the center to show you different bits of information on systems within the car. Pretty straightforward stuff. Just a backup camera in reverse. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel, by the way. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time. So that's nice. You've got your single zone climate control with this as well. And then we actually have some safety tech with this, like lane departure, and then you can see the auto stop start. So yeah, all this is kind of nicely integrated. Analog controls here for the radio down below, and then the single zone climate as well. And then again, more of that nice stitching and soft touch all over with the two tiers. Pretty normal glove box. And then we got a little bit of storage here in front of the shifter, the USB ports. Shifter here for the 8-speed, you got the parking brake, drive mode select, and then your 4-wheel drive lock. Some storage space here with the cup holders, center console. I like the lid here, nice trim on the top. And then we've got a darker headliner. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker, 2025 Compass, and this is the Altitude 4x4. Total MSRP $31,760. And let's see how it performs. Let us set off in the Compass. Oh, visibility, by the way, is pretty good. Also, we got blind spot monitoring mirrors. This is feature packed. I feel like this was a lot more expensive last year, the Compasses. Maybe it's because I only reviewed high-end packages. But maybe they also brought the prices down. I mean, I'm not complaining either way. I mean, 30 grand for a vehicle that you can drive in all 4 seasons that has this much space, and you guys will see the power. It's actually got decent power, and it's not like a crappy CVT like a lot of cars in this segment. It's got a real torque converter 8-speed automatic. So I don't know, this is pretty darn appealing if you ask me. Turn signal sound is very interesting. Kind of sounds like crunching almost. Weird. Very, very weird. But yeah, the interior in here, I like it. Like I said, I think pretty nice materials considering the price point that this is at. And yeah, just generally speaking, it's pretty well, seems like it's a well-built interior, like tight fit and finish everywhere. So I think they did a good job with that. See the damping over this little bump. Up. Yeah, not too bad. Good torque. I remember when cars in this segment had the wimpiest powertrains, and now they've got pretty solid power. Again, 200 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque. Might not sound like a lot to some of you, but yeah, I'm used to vehicles in this segment being, you know, 120 to 150 horsepower. So this thing's pretty mighty when you look at it from that perspective. Some other stuff with this, feels like a Jeep inside, I think, for the most part. At least modern Jeep, where they've kind of made things a little bit fancier, which is an interesting decision by Jeep, to say the least. Yeah, the torque on this is actually quite impressive. Smooth. Yeah, gear shifts are smooth. Again, I'm not going to call this a rocket ship by any means, but for the segment, it's powerful, strong. I'm impressed. So the Jeep Compass, I think this vehicle might be a great one for this model year, because first off, you know, you've got the warranty. Like, people complain about Jeep reliability, and valid complaint. But there's a thing where you can just sell it before the warranty runs up, right? You got a 3-year 36,000 mile basic, 5-year 60 on the powertrain. If you're really worried, just sell it before the warranty ends, or buy an extended warranty, right? You've got some choices. But yeah, overall, I mean, there's not a lot that you can get at this price point. This size of vehicle with this much power, you know, all-wheel drive or 4x4, yeah, there's just not a lot anymore. So this is a good value for someone who needs to, like I said, drive in all 4 seasons safely, and, you know, wants something that isn't going to break the bank. $31,000 isn't nothing. It's still a big chunk of change, but, you know, the average used car is about $26,000. So this is a little bit more expensive than the average used car, and it's brand new. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Jeep Compass, aka the Mini GC.